Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Hello, how are you?
Fine. May I come in a minute?
Yes, of course, please do.
I just come over to thank you for saying those nice things to us the other night.
Oh, no, please.
Poor Terry. We thought maybe we failed her some way. Though her note made it crystal clear we had, and she'll never know how helpful it was in such a shock moment. So I do thank you. Roman does, too. Roman's my hubby.
You're welcome. I'm glad I could help.
Yeah. Well, she was cremated yesterday. Now we gotta forget and go on. It won't be easy with only children of her own. You have any?
No, we don't.
No. Well, there you go. Oh, that's a nice. Look how you put the table on. Isn't that interesting?
I saw it in a magazine.
Oh, my nice paint job. That's nice. Where is that? That's the TV room?
Well, only temporarily. It's going to be a nursery.
Oh, you're pregnant?
No, not yet. I hope to be as soon as we're settled.
Wonderful. Well, you're young and healthy. You'd have lots of children.
We plan to have 3.
I didn't see what you did to this apartment. The woman had it before was a dear friend of mine.
I know. Terry told me.
Oh, did she? You two had some long talks together in the laundry room.
Only one.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, it looks so much brighter. Why you pick a chair like that?
I'm not sure, really. I think about $200.
What does your hubby do?
He's an actor.
I knew it. I said it to Roman yesterday. He's so good looking. What movies was he in?
No movies. He was in 2 plays called Luther and Nobody Loves an Albatross, and a lot of television and radio.
Listen, Rosemary, I got a 2-inch thick sirloin steak sitting defrosting right this minute. Why don't you and Guy come over and have supper with us tonight? What do you say?
Oh, no, we couldn't.
Why not?
No, really, that's very kind of you.
Listen,
but
it'd be a real help to us. First night we'll be alone since.
Are you sure it wouldn't be too much trouble for you?
Honey, if there's trouble, I wouldn't ask you.
All right, you go ahead and count on us. I'll have to check with Guy, though.
Listen, you tell him I won't take no for an answer. Oh, here's your mail. Now, Ed.
Thank you.
I would like to introduce a lady who is one of the incomparable ladies in the American theater. There have been great performances on Broadway are discussed. Lorette Taylor in The Glass Menagerie, or Mildred Danick in Death of a Salesman, or Vivian Leigh, or any of the classics that are referred to, Olivier and Oedipus. Ruth Gordon in The Matchmaker is always brought up as one of the masterpieces of all time. And she has been a wondrous presence in the theater for over 50 years. A splendid comedian and a splendid comic writer. She's written movies for Hepburn and Tracy, and she's won an Oscar in Rosemary's Baby. And will you welcome, please, the astonishing Ruth Gordon.
Oh, Dick.
How are you?
I'm wonderful, and I have to thank you for inviting me to come on tonight. You know, you've all been having a glorious time, having wonderful laughs, and I've been listening to it. And to me, this is going to slow things up a little. I'm sorry, but you've got to put up with it. This is a very deep, emotional experience to me coming on tonight, because Dick was right. I've been in show business, he said, 50 years. I hope I don't cry, because it really is moving. I've been in show business for 54 years, and this time of year, any of you who are actors, who know what job hunting means, August, September, we're in there saying any casting today, anything doing, anything going on, and I've done that for 54 August, 54 September, since 1915. And sorry that this show is closing because it's given me great pleasure and many other people. But the last night lets me start my 54th season in show business. Thank you all. Thank you. Can I just say something?
Sure.
And here's another terrific thing. I'm only engaged for one night, obviously, tonight. This is, you know, I open and close tonight. You've had a lovely season, but this is one night. That's all right. It doesn't show any progress. But on the other hand, no, on the other hand, I'm not slipping because in August 1915, the first job that I ever got, the first money I ever earned was for one day only. And I got paid $5 being in a movie over in Fort Lee, New Jersey. And for the day's work, I got $5. And now for this night's work, well, never mind. But at least, I guess $5 in 1915 would probably be about $250 or something now. Wouldn't you think so? But the only thing that really does show progress is how I got to New York. You see, the means of travel. When I left Wollaston, Massachusetts, I went down to the railroad station, got on the train to go to Boston. And that took about 20 minutes. Then I changed trains in Boston. Now, I'm just coming to New York, mind you. And I took a train to Fall River, Massachusetts that took 2 hours. That landed us at the dock in Fall River, and I got into a cabin, got undressed, and before I went to bed, I got down and prayed that when we went round Point Judith in the boat, it didn't rock so much we'd all get seasick and not look nice in New York the next day. And the next morning, early in the morning, I got to New York and started to tackle show business. Well, the difference is, the progress is, last Sunday, I left International Airport in Los Angeles, and I got to Kennedy at about 5 hours after that. Nice way to spend Sunday afternoon, and it was a lovely trip. But I'm telling you, that's really progress. But on the Fall River line, there was a lot more action than there was.
You were afraid you wouldn't have anything to say.
Yes.
When I wanted you to come on a long time ago, you said, I never have anything. I always bomb on those shows, you said.
No,
you
I
are
never could have said that because I never went on a show until last year.
Right,
and I do have a lot to say, but yeah. I sometimes say it in other departments, you know, like writing or on the stage or in films.
Mm-hmm. Gee, why do you want to work so hard now? You're a great star. You've been around all this time. And you could be relaxing now. And
no, I'm not a great star. I am being starred, thank God, at the moment, because that's my dream, to be a movie actress. I am a stage actress, you know, but I've always wanted to be a film actress. And at last, in these later years, I've gotten into the films. And last 2 years ago, I was in Rosemary's Baby, and oh, that was a wonderful film. That was really wonderful. And, of course, I didn't play Rosemary. I played the neighbor that, you know, jinxed her. But in this picture, Whatever Happened to Aunt Alice, I play Aunt Alice. And this is progress, you see. But I got a letter the other day. Oh, it's fascinating, you know, how times change, because I wrote letters to actresses. And I always wrote them, and I said, oh, you're so wonderful. Oh, I love you so. Would you send me the picture? That's all I said. But I got a letter the other day, and it said many flattering things. And then it went on, and it said, in Rosemary's Baby, I wanted to kill you. In Whatever Happened to Aunt Alice, I wanted to kill Geraldine Page. Now, that's good because, you see, she murdered me. She murders me in Whatever Happened to Aunt Alice. So they wanted to kill her and let me go on and live.
I hope they win.
No, they won't win.
Gee, it says, see, listen, you have known, I guess, just about everybody there is that it would be enviable to know over the past, whatever those number of years were that you said. Well, of course, climaxing in me.
Yeah.
But when I think about it, I mean, Thornton Wilder and George S. Kaufman and Alexander Wolcott and all those people.
May I say a thing about Thornton Wilder? Because, you know,
I think you may.
Thank you. Because, you see, now, I'm not much on television, but I'm very interested in it, and I'd like to be on it. And I notice a lot of times when people say the commercials, they kind of step aside from it. You know, Santa Flush, they don't seem to enjoy saying that. But you know what Mr. Thornton Wilder says? He says there's nothing more dignified than making money. Now, that's a very intellectual man. Nothing more dignified than making money. Now, you see, when we talk about Santa Flush, when we talk about the different things, that's passing on a nice hint to the neighbors all over the world. They're doing something better in their household. They're enjoying themselves more because we mentioned it. And we are earning money and behaving in a very dignified way. So that's for Thornton Wilder.
I have heard your husband say that Thornton Wilder is maybe the best conversationalist alive today, and I heard him talk one night, and he starts sentences that, like, I was watching a parade once with Sigmund Freud, and, you know, it's incredible to think of that. And you've known him, and you've known Somerset Maugham.
Yes, and that's a good thing to think about because, you know, I come from a way back, and my mother gave me certain rules and precepts, and she said, you know, naturally, don't speak to any strangers, and women worse than men, and never speak to anybody that you don't really know. Well, Thornton Wilder's been one of the great influences in my life and most wonderful, extraordinary help to me in my career. And how I knew Thornton Wilder is, I picked him up in front of the Booth Theater. So there's no such thing as a generation gap. I knew my mother was wrong way back in 1915.
I see. What kind of neighbor was Katharine Hepburn? You have, she lives next door to you.
Yes, splendid, splendid neighbor.
Ever come over and borrow a cup of anything? Or?
No, she doesn't. She's right in the air this minute, flying to New York.
Gee.
Yep, to do Coco, a musical comedy.
Oh, the musical.